Hello, I'm back. Okay, so now the question becomes, what do I tell them?
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
I do. I haven't seen a single teacup this entire time.
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sejuin.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them.
Could have been Cloran.
They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Feeling better now?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Oh.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Mirapede.
I mean, good. Wow, good deduction, Lenny.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That one I think is the most obvious of them.
That's our Linny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Childe for him.
Oops.
What's more, the Fortress of Mirapede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Childe's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Lenny's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much.
Aw.
Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to
That
see.
one is
He
impressive.
has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly.
The first
I
two,
don't have
not
enough
as much.
information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But
She's like,
let me
looks
guess.
away.
You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Do I? After some deliberation, you share the information. Oh, I didn't even get to choose. While sharing, emphasize it's not time duties important something. It's too fast.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Didn't even give me a
Could
choice.
Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
See, he
If
had
you
good
remember,
intentions
I
all
once
along.
mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, he
I
deduced about
understand your
80%.
concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Thank you.
The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
I would love to. Where is it
Though you may
located?
not share the sentiment, After all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
Aw, big sister.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered.
Aw.
And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
I wasn't sure if I was either, but I didn't really have a choice.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
We can work together again if necessary. Don't mention it. What was that?
Paimon's hungry.
She's like, really?
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Huh. Bye!
I feel like
Aw, Fremine, you did
I
your
should
best,
try to become
buddy.
someone
Wasn't
more
your
capable of
fault.
helping.
You're incredibly helpful. Linny thinks so too.
Yeah, you two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that as well?
Aw. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. That's so cute.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them.
Kazuha.
If you wish to hear it.
Kazuha, I said this before. We are inside of a prison. There are no leaves. Where do you see leaves, Kazuha? I see none. He also has like a line that talks about the scenery, and I'm like, yep, this is really breathtaking scenery. You're right.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
Ooh.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat?
Can we choose, actually?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you want.
I like tastiest, yes.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
Unlike days prior, Sujin brings drinks, tastes strange. The shakes, terrible. Calm down. Wah!
Delicious.
That's one thing, again, that I wish that they would change, is like how they have sometimes those screens where you can't actually like choose the pace at which it goes. It just goes automatically. I'm like, why? Why that? I would like to read what is happening. Sometimes it is important. Free dinners are the best.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second. We did do plenty of work after all.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
Besides the milk, I mean, everything was super delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
I'm watching you at
You're
all
really
times.
good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Wow, Paimon, really? Gonna dig at her height because she's a different species?
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well.
Oh, that. I I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy.
Cloran just sitting in the background. I didn't even notice her.
Something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Cloran is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Cloran left, to make sure that Linne wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Cloran had returned.
I know, they wouldn't let me through.
I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linne as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
I actually found those pipes earlier and managed to get my way up there, but the guard wouldn't let me go.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
Really? Is there something about Nouvellette that I don't know? But it doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nouvellette outside of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Gotta talk to Cloran first. Hello. Hello.
Cloran!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sigewin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Wriothesley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremine too. You sure work super fast.
Oh, it was child's play.
Child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sigewin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sigewin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Hee.
Yeah. First time in a long time.
Aww. Girlfriends.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
Oh.
In the past, yes.
Stop asking questions, Paimon.
You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
It's all thanks to Nouvellette.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, she disappeared. Mr. Duke. Oh, even Wolsey. Where's Bran? Where's Wolsey? Where'd everybody go? Mr. Duke. Are you in here? I don't want to return to my dormitory. I want to talk with Wriothesley. Hello? Wriothesley, where are you? This man. He is never in his office. Oh, but when I was kind of sad that they gave you the illusion of choice, but you didn't really have a choice with like what days you went and did production and raised money and what days you slacked off and like when you could go do things. I wanted more time to like get as many coupons as I could. But they didn't let me do that. And they made me spend all my coupons.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm getting there. She just flop. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
For free. Good night.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Huh?
What happened? Why is everyone running?
Uh-oh, did it break? That's the scene that we saw in the trailer.
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking.
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
What's that sound? Definitely sounds like water, that's for sure. Paimon, wake up. We need to go see what's going on. Uh-oh. I don't like those noises. That's not a good sound. Cutscene time.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey,
Goodbye. Good luck.
what's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, croissant.
Oh, thank goodness.
My boy.
Still in Lavaroon. Do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here. Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
That's true.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said His Grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Onwards and upwards. And that means that whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, isn't that gate at the very bottom?
Oh no, it can't be that thing.
What thing?
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Aww.
Hey, be careful!
I will, thank you! Thank you, Lavaroon! He's been my favorite just because of his accent. I was saying earlier that if I were to ever voice, like if I had been one of the people to voice a character in this section, I definitely would have given them like the gangsta accent. The New Yorker.
Attention. Please evacuate upwards and outwards. Upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Alright, so where am I going? Oh, yes.
Attention. Please evacuate upwards and outwards. Upwards and outwards. If you're already
Oh!
at the topmost layer, then try to move as
Oh.
far outwards as possible.
That was almost a dead Kazuha right there. That was scary. Risley! Oh, wait. Where'd that staircase go? Was it downstairs? It was downstairs, wasn't it? Hop up. Oh, it's just open. Okay, that's nice. Ooh, cutscene. Let's go.
Here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Ooh, Vifus. He's got that Magitech. Ooh. Nice. Good job, bud. Well.
3, 2, 1.
Why didn't they do that to begin with? Why didn't they just close the doors to begin with? I don't understand. Drama? Like, why did they have to wait? Why?
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Like, what I don't understand.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Okay, something I don't understand. That was wonderful, and I appreciate the drama. But, yes, we almost had a Kaza oop. But what I don't understand is...
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Hello! Why couldn't they have already closed the 3 gates? I guess, but, like, if they knew that it was going to be doing this, instead of waiting until... Because then the water would have had to get through the 3 gates. Because now what's happened is that there's already water in each of the individual gates on the way up to it. I mean, technically, if they were planning on using the water to create ice around the barrier, like, of the final door, but still, it just... drama.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Uh-oh.
Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll explain everything else later. Yeah, it's like, please tell me what's going on.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Go help her boyfriend. Where'd he go? Okay, have fun. Ah, the sun! I probably don't have... I don't. Okay, I didn't think so. I didn't open any treasure chests while I was down there, so... I didn't get any more sigils. Oh, there's Fatuis.
Look, there are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
Now, I can physically protect her, but if the knave, which I'm assuming will go for some mental manipulation, I don't know what I can do. Cutscene part 2. Ugh. There she is.
So you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Hi.
Of course,
ma'am.
How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance,
Oh,
traveler.
yes.
I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui harbingers.
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Your nails, ma'am. Your heels, ma'am. Why your eyes got X's in them? Hello? So this is the knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and Lenny's sibling's father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with, but she's easy on the eyes. Hey, pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Okay.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
That cup is huge. I just know that teacup is huge. Yes, no. I agree, Farinia. I'm like, what's the one where it's like, I don't want to fix her. Or something like that. I could fix her, but I don't want to.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina
Confectionery.
adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Ma'am, I don't know if you're aware of our situation, but we recently got thrown into jail because we ate cake, so we were trying to abstain off of cake for a while. She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too, right, Paimon?
That's good to hear. So what Childe said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
How does Childe know that I like desserts? I didn't talk with that man about desserts. Wait, Childe should have no reason to have said that's what I said. I was like, Childe only knows me about beating him up.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
That inhale. I think I mentioned it earlier, but no one was here. But I just really like how every word she's saying is laced with some kind of hidden emotion. I really enjoy, and I like the improv. Like that deep inhale. Like, I'm really worried about his safety. It's like, I'm sure you are, ma'am. I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Freddie looks quite nervous. Must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Childe was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you.
Oosh, she's a manipulator. She's a manipulator. Yes, we're definitely having, yeah. Correct. There's the unspoken conversation.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
Ooh, I managed to find new leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
You killed my friend, after all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Technically, ma'am, I didn't kill her. Raiden killed her. I was just there.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Childe disappeared.
Probably a week. I think a week.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Childe is still alive.
Maybe. I mean, Paimon, I don't know if I'd make those promises. I'm not sure that we are aware.
Oh. And just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
But he could have died after leaving the fortress, Paimon.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
That's what I'm saying. Oh no! Paimon's statement just left us wide open! Paimon, why?
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
Paimon! We do not. But there was no evidence that he'd been injured or killed. Take that!
That's good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago.
Oh.
Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf.
I keep forgetting that she's originally from Fontaine.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
Did they write a fake letter? She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Farina. That sounds good to me, yes.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate. It doesn't matter.
Farina,
so
what
much
are you
how
saying?
it's written or
Stop
how
what
it's
you're
worded.
stop. Uh-oh.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Oh.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
I love that you can see the tea like bubbling up on the side.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Dun dun dun. Oh, the music went away. Uh-oh, cutscene time!
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
What did Cloran do?
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess.
Oh, that wow.
Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Ooh. Ooh, look at the pretty purple water! Look at him go! What's the eyeball in the hand?
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day.
Ooh.
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Whoa.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Aww. Okay, so...
Alright. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
So thinking this through... I'm assuming that he's referring to the previous Archon's sentence of the primordial waters, because by definition, everyone from Fontaine are sinners, and so they have to. It's again the Arc. Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, but yeah. So like basically, Hydra Archon is like, this isn't good. I'm going to start over. and again, like, I don't know who created the prophecy or why the prophecy is there, but I'm curious. And I like that Neuvillette, after having lived alongside these people and the Melusine and everyone for so long, is like, probably originally was for the prophecy, or went alongside with it. But now it's like, no. Wait, let these people cook. One day it'll happen, but let them cook for a few more centuries, then it'll be okay.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. but only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
Tea?
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Is this a throuple? Are we experiencing a throuple? Is that what this is? Squint. This seems like a throuple.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
This is the throuple.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you.
I ship him with happiness.
I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I ship Neuvillette with being happy.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
Ooh.
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
She's so mad.
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden.
Get her, drag her.
Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you, it beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Ooh.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know.
Oh, I like this
All the
highfalutin.
children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now.
I like that there's like all these $5 words getting thrown around. I like it.
Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me.
Ooh.
Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Farina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
So was that all a lie? Or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but she deflated like a pop balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
Oof.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor
That laugh
lies beyond prying mortal eyes.
Oh.
Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina.
There it is.
Oratrice
mécanique
of your Oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal. And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also
I'm assuming
have
that's where the
no
gnosis
idea.
is.
If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a
Oh,
secret.
Farina.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
I already said, if it's a physical confrontation, I will assist. If it is a mental confrontation, I can do nothing.
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Neuvillette's task was. Yes, you do. How? Do not lie. You were there. If I had to guess, you probably went down to deal with it. Yes. Yes, he's a dragon. And Farina's behind being truthful or not.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
Ooh. She is teasing me right in front of Farina. She's just like, unlike this Hydro Archon.
Me too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
The knave proceeds to change topic. So somber feeling, whatever. Stop letting me not read.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
Wow, Paimon, just...
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave.
I like how we're
for
just
bringing
ignoring
these
everything
over
that just
as well.
happened.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
What was accomplished? I don't know what's
Mind
accomplished.
seeing me off, traveler. We could use the opportunity to discuss Childe before I must be on my way.
What is there to discuss?
Paimon's coming too.
Farina, you okay?
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Nothing's wrong. I'm not having a mental breakdown. What are you talking about? Hello, Mechanis Ordelis Cardinal. That's where the Gnosis is. It's right in there. I'm really gonna have to walk out the entire way. I guess I can just... No, I can't. Okay. Oh, is she... Huh? Let me out! Okay. Oh, there it is.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Childe was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
He's stupid. What do you want to say to me?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
I think that's what you wanted to talk about.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you?
No, you look like a very nice father to me.
The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
I love her pants. It's so weird to say, but like the floofles at the bottom with the pointy shoes, it's just good design. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me.
Oh, he wanted to, but...
And you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip.
Do I get to choose?
But what's your impression of Farina?
Do I actually get to choose?
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
Ooh.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Childe was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you.
Ooh! Ooh! Hello, ma'am. Ma'am. I like your hood, ma'am. Hi. Yes. You may wear that outfit anytime you would like, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Father. Woof.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious.
She don't have it.
Anything
Ooh.
left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, From the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
Ooh.
It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Oh.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
Oh.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning.
I like that cape.
I left the scene with ease.
Aww.
Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Faux. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
Poor Farina.
Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
Farina.
There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Udex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article.
He's a dragon, ma'am.
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard.
I still
for
think it's in the
ordinary
Ur
people to
trees.
access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
Look at them being all cute.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Childe has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Udex Neuvillette.
Neuvillette. I like how she says it.
And I have an additional mission for you three.
I like how she says his name. Everyone else has such a hard R. Like, they always say Neuvillette. Like, they say, like, that very hard R. I like her, like she is a very subtle one. And I like, it flows a lot better.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Udex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering. You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
Yes.
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
It's true.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Udex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Udex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon.
It's actually the scale!
That is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
Same, ma'am.
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together.
Do you want Childe's vision? I still have it. It's in my pocket. It sometimes shows me visions of him. A Neuvillette?
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Thank you, ma'am. That little nod. What were you talking about? Nothing!
Is it over?
For now, yes.
That's what I'm thinking,
But this
yeah, in the
issue will
orchards,
prove quite
yeah.
thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur.
I'm curious by what Arlecchino meant by cursed. I think that's interesting.
Thank you for protecting Farina.
I literally did nothing. You're welcome. May we ask what happened down there? I ate some cake.
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
Sluice. As for what happened on our side, Farina kind of had a mental breakdown and was manipulated, and we wouldn't release some information, and then we ate some cake. Yeah, what I just said.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
The quest is over, so it's question time. May I ask you questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
Twirls
if
hair.
By the phrase "you guys" you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
Did you manage to protect those that needed to be defended? They're fine. I'm sure they're fine. What did you sense?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn.
Oh, don't cry!
Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Oh, Neuvillette, don't cry. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. It'll be okay. The clear skies suddenly filled with dark clouds. The rain become heavier, light rain soon growing into downpour. And just moments before, Neuvillette was mentioning his sense of grief. I wonder. Thinking back to the legend of what Fremine said. It said the dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour rain. Wait, Neuvillette! It can't be!
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign. So is he actually the sovereign? Or is he just one of the other ones? Like, is he actually the sovereign dragon? Because I know it was presumed, and he got reborn. But, like, he could also take, because Ashtaha, you got Duvalin, you got Dervan, they're not sovereigns.
The dragon of...
So far, the only sovereign we've actually met is a Pep.
Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Farina?
No, I'm not.
My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
I don't know, sir. It's pretty obvious.
Of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
Where'd the primordial water come
None of the
from?
currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood.
Ooh, are there others? Where are the other ones? Are they in the fire land? The fire land probably is the only other one that has one living, because the Geo we know does not. The Mondstadt does not. So far, Sumeru is the only sovereign that we've seen, and she lost her power because she ate the guy that had forbidden knowledge and got bleh icky. So interesting.
They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power.
All the
Today,
Gnosis?
That stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Given the choice between murder and not murder, I feel like the people would appreciate not murder.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Like now?
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too.
No.
Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
See you sooner rather than later, Nuvalet.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Don't cry. Nuvalet! I don't care. I wish to talk with Nuvalet. He's not here. Where's his office? Here, that's right. Nuvalet.
Fortunate weather.
Are you here? Is it too early? It's later now. Hello? Aww. Fine. Oh, they're alive! My boys!
You guys are back?
Lavaroon!
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
No, we came... we came via choice this time.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you.
Aww.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive?
Aww.
Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
It's true, we had cake.
There's nothing wrong with worried about your prison pals. Is
Prison
there?
pals.
I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
I do love listening to your gossip.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
Your meals will bring all the prisoners to the cafeteria. You know what they say about milkshakes, your welfare mirrors bring the prisoners to the yard.
Oh, well,
And they're like, it's better than
I'll be watching you to make sure you
Sijuine's.
finish every last bite.
Love you guys, bye. Bran! Oh, I thought I was going to talk to Bran. Do I have coupons now?
Sijuine!
Traveler, Paimon, you're back!
We're alive. You're alive.
Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt?
We're both great. Physically.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervillet paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being. Of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided.
How did Nervillet know that he was needed here?
I mean, he spoke with
Monsieur
Marsley.
Nervillet has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word.
Aww.
I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright. If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time.
Cute.
I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
There she goes with that slightly uncanny conversation. I do like her little, like, happy sad meter. I wonder, that'll probably be used on her ultimate. I think that'll be interesting. Risley! What you doing, sir? Is Clorand with you? Are you guys having tea? Or are you just sitting in your office? What are you doing, bud? You're not here at all? And here I was trying to find you. I'm not on the right level, am I? Why is he not there? Oh, is he down below? Oh, was he down below like a doofus? He was probably down below like a doofus. Why is this place just a series of circles on top of each other? Gah! So tedious. It's so confusing moving around. Probably one of my least favorite places to explore, besides Sumeru. The city of Sumeru is the same way. It's just a series of circles on top of each other. Hello, friends.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
Cute.
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
It's me.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from an A.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorand in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
Thank you.
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all.
She's like, I do it all the time.
She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out.
Okay, but whatever about your emotional
met
growth.
the knave.
We don't care about the emotional growth. We met your dad.
You met father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
It was a little surprising, but not unwanted.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
You're part of the family now.
You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Gasp.
Father is very capable and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well.
Paimon!
She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Just gonna drag him.
Got it.
That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
I mean, we got nothing else to do.
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea
Yay,
party.
more tea!
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Paimon, we've had enough
Another
cake.
implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
We're gonna get so... That's so many calories.
We should start preparing that tea party.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it.
I'll help you set it up.
She's not jealous at all. She's like, oh, you had snacks with other people? I see. Risley, you jerk. You're downstairs. I know. It was very expensive cake too, apparently. Wait, you're not Risley.
Jurier, Miss Seishween told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's no excuse for... Huh? What's you two?
Jurier.
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're fine, not dissolved.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Ooh.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
Oh, that was really well done. I wonder if they had each other's, takes so that they could match.
Jurier, the rumors about us are literally everywhere now. Please do something about it.
But it's not like I caused them by myself. All right. I'll try to do something about it when I can find the time.
By that, you mean tell everyone that you're dating. Look how cool! I want to go in there. Press his face to glass. I want to explore it. Now I get to talk to Risley. Are you on your office now? You weren't in your office earlier. Where were you? I looked for you. No. Where were you? There's no excuse.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Whoa, Paimon! You don't need to ask people about their relationships. You know, maybe they have a long distance thing.
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's gonna work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewin's gift with him, though.
Because he's a good man.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewin.
Cute.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Nervalette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Neverlet probably likes it.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
He probably does like the milkshakes. He's like, this tastes great.
Well, it's Nervalette's own fault for making Sigewin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Me?
Are these from Sigewin too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Oh.
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress.
Is it tea?
So you can return to the surface at any time.
Yay!
You haven't yet served your full prison term,
Oh.
however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For 45 days?
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is the food still covered? We love our really damp bed. We wouldn't want to stay in a nice hotel put up by Navia or Farina.
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Yes.
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
All right. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork. So don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
Yes, sir. Return to my dormitories, but why?
Time to go.
Why am I ending in the prison? All right, but question. Question. It said during my investigation I had certain amounts to use. Can I? Well, hold on. I probably have to sleep, don't I? And then it'll be like, now you're an actual resident. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I'll probably have to sleep in order for me to still be a prisoner and earn my coupons. I would like coupons. I want to purchase the recipes. I want to play TCG. I want to beat up people. Am I gonna have a child vision? Is it child vision time?
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
Feels like a huge weight is off our shoulders. It doesn't feel like we've gained our freedom because we're still in a cell.
We never did anything bad to begin with, so I'm not sure why we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Correction. I never did anything bad. You're the one that ate the cake. Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Because you usually immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true! All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
I still think something's gonna happen to her.
It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
We're the bestest adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being guide counts too, I guess.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
Well, you already have your own, like, money.
That's making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly
Wonder what's
froze
gonna
up.
happen tomorrow.
That was so scary. We should be safe now, right?
Sure.
All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Good night, Paimon. Aww. Child vision time. A very well animated child vision. Ooh! Oh, he's in the water? Whale time! That's a big whale. Are we assuming that that's what Neuvillette looks like? Ooh! We did it! Woohoo! Space whale! Are we? I'm assuming that's kind of what Neuvillette looks like. And I got another constellation.